Well, Simon here from the Golf Studio. I trust you well. Just going to give you a brief video explaining how we can use the bounce of the club and how the bounce of the club is going to help you when it comes to your chipping technique. So, first and foremost, what is the bounce? Well, the bounce is the part of the club that is now touching the back of my hand. You can see that the leading edge is actually off the back of my hand. It's the bounce that's touching the surface. So that part of the club there is designed to help you when that club comes into impact with the floor. If this part of the club is in contact with the floor, then the club will kind of nearly hover across the surface for a period of time. If you hit the surface with the leading edge, well, that will dig. But if you don't get that area absolutely spot on, well, that can only lead to an inconsistent strike when it comes to chipping. So we're going to start using the sole of the club, the bounce of the club. Okay, so come this way to show you. So what I'm going to get you to feel is that at setup, instead of the hands going forward and having the leading edge on the back of my hand, I'm going to go much more neutral with a bit of loft. I'm going to feel as though the sole of the club is touching the floor. Now, what I've got in front of me on the mat is a golf ball on 2 alignment rods. My first impressions would appear that that's going to be quite difficult to strike well, and it probably is if I use that leading edge technique. So if I have my hands forward and feel as though I've got to hit down and slide the club edge or leading edge in between the alignment rods and the golf ball, then I've only got one possible strike point in order to get that a good shot. If I get that wrong, it's going to be a missed strike. But if I use the bounce and I have the objective that I'm trying to slide the bounce down the alignment rods, well, I can actually touch those alignment rods an inch, centimetre before impact, and that club will glide through impact. That will also allow me to keep a good dynamic loft. So the loft that I deliver at impact, it will allow me to deliver a club with some loft on, so the ball will launch a little bit better, and we're going to get a little bit more spin that way as well. Okay, so I'm going to hit one in a moment, but I'm going to feel as though the club is sliding down the alignment rods, not hitting the alignment rods with the leading edge, but with the belly of the club here. Let's give it a go.